Hello everybody, my name is Ali Reza Parvizi Musaid. I will present my progress on my doctoral dissertation. I will propose a specification language for legal contract and also some verification and analysis methods and tools. A legal contract is an enforceable bond between some participant in a specific business like trading or supply chain. It includes some obligations and powers. Any obligation is a duty of a party against the counterparty. But a power is a right whereby a party can manipulate a contract at runtime, such as termination of a contract by a power or creation of a new obligation by a power. However, there are some open issues regarding contract. The first issue is about ambiguity of national language contracts. Ambiguity of contracts. Actually, every contract is represented by a national language. We know that national language is ambiguous, and because of this, the contract clauses may be inconsistent or incomplete. And also, manual compliance checking is a time-consuming task, and it is impossible in some businesses like supply chain or transactive energy, because there are lots of contracts in such businesses. For example, in independent electricity system operator of Ontario, there are more than 30,000 contracts per quarter. So manual compliance checking of these contracts is impossible. And also there are some runtime operations such as subcontracting, right assignment, and substitution. This operation changes the state of a contract or obligation at runtime. We are interested to check the possible future of the contract before executing these runtime operations. For solving this issue, we prefer to propose a formal specification language called Symboleo. Me and my team has developed this specification language, and I will improve this language, and also I will propose some verification runtime and also design time verification algorithms. For this purpose, I faced three questions. The first question is about the concept of a specification language. In order to discover legal contract concepts and also their relationships, I surveyed textual contracts and also in order to discover concepts and their relationships. And based on this concept, me and my team have proposed a domain contract. This contract, and also we integrated our domain ontology with UFOL, which is a verified and a core ontology of the law. And also we propose a specification language called Symboleo. This language adapts propositional and first order logic, and also it uses event and time point and also time interval concept. So we can do some reasoning on events and time by this specification language. The second question is about verification, is about safety and liveness properties. We are interested to design and define these properties, because we can verify a drafted contract before its performance. Safety property means bad thing never happens, but liveness property means a good thing eventually happens. So for this purpose, I will map Symboleo specification language to an existing SMT solver such as new SMB and new XMB. The third question is about compliance checker. We are interested to monitor contract at runtime. For this purpose, I have developed a Prolog-based compliance checker, and also I have implemented Symboleo specification language in these tools, and I have executed some acceptances in order to check the correctness of Symboleo language. I have developed a supply chain case study in the tool. But in the future, I will integrate this tool with a real source of events. In this research, I have followed Henber's design science research methodology. This methodology is an artifact-based methodology. I will provide three artifacts. First of all, I will propose and improve Symboleo language, which includes an ontology, some formal axioms, and also an editor. We have implemented the initial version of this language, but in the future I will improve this artifact. The second artifact is a verification tool. I will develop a tool in which we can define safety and liveness properties. And the third tool is a runtime compliance checker tool. I have implemented this tool so far, but in the future I will improve this one. For creating these three artifacts, I will repetitively follow three approaches. In the first approach, I will interpret sample contracts in order to discover concepts and their relationships. And based on this concept and relationship, I will refine or existing ontology, Symboleo language, verification methods, and tools. And also I will prepare some case studies and then evaluate our artifacts by those case studies. For question number 1, me and my team has reviewed around 50 sample contracts in different domains such as supply chain, energy, construction, and so on. And also we have reviewed some online terms and conditions. Based on this survey, we could explore important concept of a contract. And also we integrated and finally we proposed a domain contract as you see in this figure, and we integrated our domain contract to an existing and verified ontology called UFOL. As you see in this figure, the shaded entities are coming from UFOL, but the other entities have been developed by ourselves. We also looked at the Hoffeldian theory because in order to discover the relationship between legal norms like power and obligation. We also have proposed some state machines for obligations, powers, and contract. These state machines represent the life cycle of these concepts, as you see here, every contract, obligation, and power start from an initial state, and they change during the performance of the contract. Some of these transitions are explicit, but some of them are implicit. We have proposed 27 formal axioms to formally specify transitions. However, I face four challenges. The first one is about the diversity of the contract. For this purpose, I will focus only on business contract and skip the other contracts such as marriage contract. The second one is about the general regulations that aren't inside the contract. I can embed some of those regulations in the contract as well. The third issue is about side effect of suspension and resumption of a contract. I should focus on I should answer some questions such as what obligation of which party gets suspended, and what will happen after the resumption of the a contract. And also I should select the proper SMT model checker. So those are some technical challenges that I face them. Thank you for your attention.